Eleanor said Mac is nearby. I don't see him here. Maybe at the bridge?
Maybe at the bridge. Also, there's things on our phone. Do we need to have a look at the phone? How do I bring up the phone? This is the phone. This is the phone. Steph. Wonder what Steph's working on. It looks cool. I should DM her to find out more and see how I can help. Ah. Storm Rider. Very cool. Jasmine. Anyone have any good advice for taming stray cats? So cute. Is it a cat though? I can't tell. A big cat. He's a chunker. Mountain Lion Cub, that's what I'm thinking. Haven Springs Realty. We couldn't be more excited to announce that a new face will be joining the community soon. Everyone welcome Jack Stevens, who will be taking over the restaurant next to the park. I'm cooking up a new adventure for Haven. DM me if you want to get involved. You do? Very cool. A year ago, I was ready to ditch this place, to keep moving like I always do. And a year ago, Gabe was the reason I stayed. But even though he's gone now, and even though I miss him like hell, I still have reasons to stay. Thanks for showing me that, Alex. That is so nice. Mac Loudon has deleted their comment. Bridge. Let's try that.
Trust me.
NPC, hello, how you doing? And I guess bridge, that was by the park, right? I would imagine. Bench girl, how's it going? We can't really talk to you, can we? No.
Sorry about today.
It's not.
A bobcat, that could be. Maybe we're going to get to meet them. That little mountain lion cub.
I used to
Bridge.
babysit Ethan when he was little.
Glasses
He was so
guy.
horrible.
Don't really see a bridge here. I see the docks. Come to think of it, I don't actually see a river here either. Where would the bridge be? Does a bridge need to be over a river? Luckily the town isn't that big, so... Excuse me, lady, have you seen... Is your scale okay? You look a lot shorter. Oh, I'm just standing on something. Okay, don't worry about it, it's cool. Obviously, Alex is the hero character. She can be a little bit taller than other people. Maybe over here somewhere. Hello, river. Where there's a river, there's a bridge.
You're writing a novel? Since when?
Supportive boyfriend. There he is. Ethan, how's it going, my man?
Hey, buddy.
Hey, Alex.
Shall we say you okay or want to talk? I'm thinking let's ask him the question. Let's put the responsibility on him. We don't want to impose a conversation on him. I'm just gently going to ask, do you want to talk?
Do you want to talk about it?
I'm fine.
See?
Okay. Definitely not mine.
There we go. Well, we asked him. Newspaper guy, how are you doing? Don't want to talk either. Nobody wants to talk to me. She's still doing her rounds in the park here. Going from point to point. It's totally cool. Let's have a look at the tree sculpture. Brian and I did this once for a fictitious version of Leia from Stardew Valley. Oh, that's like a carp. 2 carp. One carp.
This is cool. In a Wicker Man sort of way.
There's definitely a carp involved. 2 carp. Okay, let's try to speak to him again.
I'm here for you. Whenever you need me.
And that isn't now. Case closed.
I'm here for you whenever you need me.
What else did we want to do here in town? I kind of forgot. Flower shop, bong shop, spoke to Ian. Find out why Mac was potentially lying. So just in case you haven't seen the previous episode, Gabe, her brother, was tied around her while she, Alex, rescued Ethan. And then some avalanche came and threatened to drag her down together with Gabe. So the other guy, forgot his name sadly, he cut the rope and Gabe died. But in so doing, rescued both Alex and Ethan. And so the avalanche happened because this evil mining company was doing some blasting there. And apparently, and we saw this happen, her brother made a phone call on a satellite phone, apparently to ask the mining company not to do any blasting because they were going to rescue the kid, but nobody was picking up the phone. Now, the guy who was in charge or on duty that day was, I think, this guy Mac, who she had an altercation with in the pub in the Black Lantern, I think in episode 1, and he's a little bit of a he's jealous, and he's just a bit of a shifty character. So he says he was on duty that day, but didn't get a call, and hence didn't call off any blasting. And that kicked off a stir, and we all believe he was lying, but then we don't really know who Gabe was calling. So that's kind of that's the conflict that we're dealing with here. Ryan, that's the guy, exactly. So read his aura, that's a good idea. Let's read his aura. Man, the one superpower I do have, and I've already forgotten how to use it. Good idea. Thank you, Game Choices. Let's do that. Ethan! Let's read your aura. So that's the other guy that we need to find. Can we read your aura? No aura reading for you.
I'm here for you whenever you need me.
Oh, there we go. Totally can read his aura.
Everyone needs to stop telling me it's okay.
It's totally not okay.
Fuck. Losing
Super
Gabe's
not okay.
been hard enough for a supposed grown-up like me. But for Ethan...
New dialogue unlocked. Let's do this thing.
I'm here for you whenever you need me.
Surely isn't unlocked. Dang.
Everyone needs to stop telling me it's okay. It's not.
I forgot I can read other people's aura as well. So like newspaper guy's aura. Let me go read his aura. Can I do that? Yes. I totally forgot about that.
This is awful. He was so young.
He must be reading about Gabe.
Ah, what's her aura then here? Supportive boyfriend also here. We've met you before. Lady in the park. How you doing? Can we read your aura? Do you have aura? No. She's auraless. How about here, supportive boyfriend and writer boyfriend? How you doing?
What if I died tomorrow? Just like that guy. What have I done with my life?
I don't have any easy answers for that.
Oh dear. I totally forgot about the aura reading. That is a great idea. Can we read the Plaque's aura? No, can't do that. I totally forgot. Thank you for reminding me. Was there another woman here? You. Yes. Your aura can't be read. Okay, fine. How about you? You? No. Perhaps it's only the people with the white dot, whose name we can see, but we can't really interact with them any other way.
Shit. If she doesn't let up, my job's gonna get a lot harder.
I know I'm right, Pike. I'll prove it.
Yeah. We're so totally gonna
This
prove it.
location gets all the foot traffic.
Oh.
And word around the water cooler is the mining company is about to expand. More jobs means more customers for you.
What about that? Most customers here are a lot nicer than in Denver.
Never been to Denver, but I guarantee they're nice here.
It's very unlikely that anything with Typhon will change. They've been
I've
the largest
seen,
employer
Dynasty.
in Haven for decades.
Does that help? I've been on a stopover in Blender, my god, Denver. I suppose it was in the papers, wasn't it?
Talk about the accident? How would I know that? Fuck, now I'm on Diane's shit list.
Thanks, Diane.
Yes, Diane. Do we need to talk to Diane?
I think the trails will be closed for a while. Someone...
You guys here? Guy friend?
Come on, man. Can't you take a hint? She's not into you. Let it go.
That's rough.
If I tell him I like him, we'll date, and then we'll break up. And then I'll lose my best friend.
Yeah, that's a drama.
Maybe I could help them.
Yeah.
Wait, hell no. What am I thinking?
Yeah, don't help
This is
them.
none of my business.
Well spotted. Aura reading, man, I totally forgot I had that superpower. Do we not want it? No, we can't go through the... We can only go through here. That makes perfect sense. Hiker woman. So, purple is... Red is definitely kind of angry, and purple is a different kind of emotion, I guess.
Eleanor said
Why should one accident close all the trails? What a wasted vacation.
Yeah,
Yes.
she's definitely angry.
we're all suffering here.
Some of us more than others, I see. Closed trails, that's terrible. She's blue, so blue seems to be... Is that happy? Let's see.
Oh, it's that guy's sister. I feel so bad for her.
Getting
Maybe
sick
it's
of
sad.
people feeling bad for me.
Aura reading has some disadvantages, huh? Hey there, photography girl. I like how the camera just disappears in her hand. Let's watch that again. Take another picture of something. I think it's just scale. You just scale the camera to 0. Like that. Oh no, it's just fading out. That's also very cool. Calm and angry. But then there's purple, so we have red, blue and purple. I think you may have taken a picture of that already. Good camera though. Ice cream man. Purple.
Have to keep up a brave face for Angela. She loves our store so much.
He must be exhausted.
And Angela.
We're losing our business. But it's like everything's a joke to him.
She must feel so alone. Hope they figure it out.
Well, I hope we're gonna get to figure this out. I think we can't walk up this road unlike photography girl. Oh no, now we can. Oh, that's exciting.
How's your progress in Moondrop Ranch? Did you buy your chicken coop?
No, I couldn't. I spent too much money romancing the lumberjack.
It's a video game, isn't it?
I would like this game.
I knew it. What's happened on the phone?
Just
phone. Search for Mac near the flower shop. Oh, he's hanging out near the flower shop.
Just play it. You'll.
Does he? I'm gonna go investigate a little bit more of the city here. Ah, here's the Mac man. Let's read some aura before we even start a conversation.
So fucked.
Can't hide from me forever, Mac.
Let's talk to him.
Mac,
Alex. Look, it's not a good time.
you owe me an explanation about what happened to Gabe.
I'm really sorry he died. And I appreciate that you didn't out me to Riley the other night, but I can't talk to you.
Why not? You gots to talk. You're lying? I get that you're afraid. You see, I have a feeling he's not actually... There's something else going on. I think he's just not telling the truth. We don't really know if the phone call from the satellite actually reached him. Maybe he was on duty, but maybe he wasn't there, so that's why the phone rang out. I don't know. Oh, Purple is scared. Okay, gotcha. She needs advice from Troy. I know you're lying. It's kind of correct. But also, I think I get that he's afraid. I think I'm going to go with B. Don't
I get
spoiler.
He died on your shift and you're freaked. But you have to come clean.
Yes, you have to. You got to come clean, man.
Please. There's nothing I can tell you.
You totally can.
Mac, Come on.
Come on, buddy. We're all on the
Who's my
B
big
front. I
brother?
love it.
I can't.
You can.
Something definitely has him scared. Maybe if I could tap into his fear, I could get to the truth.
Only if you don't get hurt, Alex. Turns around and walks away. No,
I
let's
just
do
need
that.
to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Everyone's out to get me. Alex, Ryan, even Riley. Fuck!
Even Riley?
Even
Did
Riley.
something happen with her?
Riley. Riley is that's the granddaughter of Flower Shop Lady, right? That was the girlfriend of Alex's brother, right? The redhead, that's her. And where might she be? She might, if anything, is she at the flower store? Is this the back of the flower store? Is this a different flower store? We have flower store competition? Where do we find her? Oh no, she works in the bong shop, didn't she? Gabe's friend, yes, exactly. Gabe's special friend. Mac's girlfriend, that's it, indeed. Did she work in the bong shop now? I forgot. Let's have a look. The Silver Dragon. I think that was her. It might not have been her, but I think maybe she's here. Let's see. Bong shop, gotcha. Excellent. Great minds think alike, Websol. Alright. Riley! I mean, Riley. That's not the redhead. This is Riley? No, that's Charlotte. Charlotte, we don't actually want to talk to you. It's cool. Bye, Charlotte. So she doesn't work in the bong shop. Dang. Push him over the bridge. That's a good idea. Why don't we do that? Ethan's mom works in the bong shop. Right. Dang. Too many
I
characters.
just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Yeah, quite literally. Where was... I think she works in the flower shop, doesn't she? But last time we were there, she was not on duty. I don't even know where the flower shop is. Man, it's... A high street is only 20 yards long, and I've already lost my orientation. That is pretty bad, isn't it? Is that yellow house here? That's the record shop. Tarot store. Maybe that can help us out. Oh no, it's Tibet, sorry. Treasures of Tibet. Dang. Jay, get it together. It's not the record shop. Flower store, there we go. That's the only place I know where to look for her. Don't tell me, I'm working it out myself. I might ask you later. I appreciate the offer. I appreciate the offer. I remember we met her there pretty much when we arrived in town with Gabe. Gabe introduced us.
She was finally feeling better. I didn't want to ruin that.
No, that's totally cool. But
I hope you find Mac.
Thanks.
Found him, looking for Riley now. Mail.
I hope it's good news.
Shall we read it? Oh, we can't. Dang. Well, where haven't we looked then? The pub? We've left the pub. Could be that she's in the pub. Place to look. It's the only place I think we haven't quite checked out, unless there are other places in town that I haven't discovered yet. Like last time I checked, I wasn't even allowed to go around to the bridge where Mac is.
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Okay, let's go to the pub. Check out the pub. She's not in the record store by any chance, is she? I mean, you know, we're all avid vinyl listeners here. It doesn't hurt to check, I think. She was doing her essay. Why would she do that? Pub, maybe? Pub/coffee shop. That's the only kind of local hangout that we have here. Where you might be doing that. Or at home.
Hey, Haven listeners. That was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room.
Phone tap's a good... the UE4 Siren game has crashed and will close. Fatal error. Alright, very helpful, Windows. Loving that. Yes. You've looked in too many shops, Jay. You've taken too long to find Riley. We're gonna close the game down. We're also gonna disable mouse input. No, we don't. That's what a shame. What a shame. Yes, I guess we're just gonna go and play Deathloop now, shall we? Death Stranding, maybe. Listen. Alpha Life is Strange True Colors. Yes, it crashed. Dang. Guys, there might be a little bit of a delay between what I'm sending and what you're seeing. Let's go and refresh our browsers quickly, just so that we're all kind of, you know, just refreshed on the and looking at the same video feed at the same time. YouTube has this annoying habit that it doesn't actually send out the live data. They do some transcoding, and that sometimes leads to there being a bit of a delay that kind of keeps being larger and larger between us. So, you know, refresh your browser real quick and we'll see where it saved it. Life is just so strange, huh? Right, yes, I haven't tried it either yet. I thought while I have my Game Pass subscription... Oh, they also offered it for free on Epic the other day. I picked that up as well. Good thing for autosave, absolutely. Yeah, I was getting too close, so it crashed. Oh, there we go.
Haven listeners, that was Phone Tap with their new single, Elephant in the Room.
Thanks for being here, WebSoul. I appreciate that.
Coming down the pike, but first, a few announcements. The Spring Festival is just around the corner, sponsored by Typhon Mining Company.
Valkyrie!
Year, so
Val, I just want to be friends.
Oh, she's a grumpy cat, that one.
It'll be different this time.
Bulletin boss.
Chrissy looks sweet. It would definitely be wrong to claim someone else's lost dog. Right?
Raccoon removal. Oh, film projectors for cameras for 99 bucks. That's quite nice. We should put our offer in. The elephant in the room. Yes, that's when the game crashed. Riley? Anyone? No. No Riley in here. This isn't a door, is it? No. No. That was just the second shop. They may have annexed it. Okay, no Riley here. We're gonna find Riley. Next up, the pub. Come on. No worries, Anne. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate that. Do you know, I might try playing more of this game tomorrow on Twitch from 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Kind of depends if you go to bed now.
Something I could use to push him over the edge.
Then that is around 5 is 11 p.m. in most of Europe, or 10 p.m. UK time. If you're up for that, join me for more Life is Strange. Perhaps we have found Riley by then. Nice of you to drop by, and I'm really glad you enjoyed the DAZ tutorials. Threadbare Outfitters. Black Lantern. Come on, let's have a look. You can always ask the policeman. He might know where Riley is.
Whenever you're ready for that interview, give me a call.
Yep. Will do.
Yup. Black Lantern. Come on. Nancy, how's your week? I played the first one, the one with before the storm. I played that one, but not on stream. So it'd be good to replay that. It's been a few years, so it'd be good to repeat that. I always meant to play it more than once because there's so many choices that I wonder what's going to happen now. And they're all done with Unreal Engine, so very interesting. This one isn't developed by the same company, though. They were all, the first two were made by Don't Not, and this one is by a different company. Forgot which one. But it wasn't Don't Not. But it could just be that it's the same people working under a different name. I haven't closely looked into that. And the second one, Life is Strange 2, I haven't actually played that at all. I was surprised there now.
Guess nobody needed this. Forecast called for rain, but the skies have been clear.
There are now, how many games are there? Not including the expansions. There are about 4, aren't there?
I should put something here. It's the least I can do.
Loving the pose.
Gabe Chen, smooth criminal.
Very cool.
Maybe
but
I
no,
can find something upstairs to put on the memory table.
we could do that. We could do that. Or we could speak to Jed and ask him where Riley is. Maybe he knows.
Hopefully, things around here can settle down again.
Oh.
Yeah. That'd be good.
Deck 9, that's right. Hey, that is good news. That is a really nice art style. I have a few gouache brushes, and I always love that, how you can get really cool effects with that. Sadly, I'm 100% untalented when it comes to painting things in 2D. I've tried many times, believe me, and it just never comes out the way I wanted it to. But gouache, I thought this was just going to come handy for backgrounds, and I always appreciated it when people use that sort of brush to paint out characters for concept art. Sadly, I've never been able to make that happen myself. Really glad that you've experienced that in real life, on real media. That is very cool. Hey, Mr. Backdoor, how's it going? Good morning, we should say. Join us for a little bit of Life is Strange. We're looking for a girl called Rachel. Don't know where she is.
Wonder what I can find up here to add to Gabe's memory table.
Gabe was our brother here. This is Alex, is our main character. And he died recently. Let's see what we can find. Maybe a piece of vinyl? Anything we can pick up?
This is perfect for the memory table.
Oh, we didn't have to look that hard. Let's put that. Right, Studio Ghibli. They use that. That is so true, yes. See if we can find Rachel's itinerary here somewhere. Pick up those clothes, man. Essay. Aha.
The kind of person who got that worked up over a college essay could be capable of almost anything.
Does that help us out? It doesn't really, does it? Clean dishes, because we have totally cleaned the dishes. There's 1 second left on the microwave. Because that's just what we do. Oh, really? That is cool. Drop it on the Discord, Mark. That would be really nice. Can we go even further up? Go up upstairs? Does Rachel live upstairs? Is that actually where she lives? That would be easy, wouldn't it? That'd be really cool. I've recently tried out something called the Tradigilist tool bag. That tries to give that sort of effect directly out of Blender, so it's a real-time effect that is applied with the mixture of the compositor, I believe, and geometry nodes. Looks very, very cool. So you can just have a regular 3D object, put it through that filter, and then look what that comes out in real time with real-time adjustments. It's just very, very difficult to set up. So it's not a one-click solution at all. It's more like a study this for 7 years and see if you can work it out type thing. But the developer, Alan Wyatt, has just put out some tutorials. Sadly, they're over an hour each in length, so it makes me wonder if it's the correct product for me. It's just, I was kind of hoping for something easy, and it is more like, you know, extremely difficult. No Rachel on the rooftop, I'm afraid. Oh, there's a button.
This thing's been up here a while. Isn't that Steph's old band?
All right. A bit like the traditionalist toolbag works then. Yeah, Poser had things like
I
that.
bet Gabe could even make golf fun.
By the Traveler, I remember. So Rachel ain't up here either. So that's really all the places I can think of to look. And the only other explanation is that there is a place in town that I haven't found yet. That could be. I'll have a look at every nook and cranny. Riley, that's her. Yes, sorry. Not Rachel. Riley, that's her. Something with R. Too many characters. The redhead. There we go. Minehorn notes. Yeah, we're gonna look at that later. Unless there's a note that says, hey, I'm Riley, and at 3:45 p.m. I'll be at this location. In case anyone wants to meet me. Oh dear.
Glad I have something to add to Gabe's table.
Yes, let's do that first. That is not the memory table, even though those snacks look delicious, don't they? Little sausage roll, a donut. That is very nice. Where's this table? Table is over here. Place album. Maybe that triggers Rachel. I mean Riley. Deviled eggs. Deviled eggs. Not the pub, not the flower shop, not in the park, not next to Mac. But she has something that could help us push Mac over the edge. That is why we even need to find her. Mark, how's it going? I'm glad I'm not the only one. I was just thinking earlier, it's such a small area. How come I'm lost?
I just need to find something I could use to push him over the edge.
Sweetie, we're working on it. Trust me. So we've definitely checked here. There's no other places to go. We've tried reading people's aura, which worked really well. We can't go further over here, can we?
Tragically, now isn't the time to check out the rest of Haven.
I think, tragically, it is because, you know, we do need to find that Riley woman. And the only way to find her is by checking out Haven Springs thing. Check here, he doesn't want to talk to us. Actually, does he want to speak to us now?
I'm here for you.
No.
Whenever you need me.
Totally doesn't. He's reading about... Oh, they got tree sculpture. Oh, that looks nice. That does look nice.
I don't think this whole town is a pagan cult, but I can't rule it out either.
Now, that's a clever idea. Should we do that? Because I don't know if we can initiate phone calls. I've tried that, but I didn't find a kind of a phone book here. Riley, can we text her? No, we can just read text messages, but we can't really send text messages. Yeah, sadly no. Journal, memories. And then there's my block. That is a clever idea, though. I'm gonna go keep looking around. Maybe I'm gonna just bump right into her on some, you know, in some back alley somewhere. I don't even know where she lives. I mean, I could. I think I gotta go around the other way. Is there a way to just go up these stairs? I don't think there is. Because where does she live? Does she live above the flower store? Or in the suburbs somewhere? Do we need to catch an Uber or something? That's not her. That's the real estate agent lady. Minor guys. Record store. You're Rachel? I mean Riley? No, you're hiker woman. You're grumpy. Record shop. Ice cream people. Bench girl who doesn't want to talk to us. Photography woman. See, we can just sneak into... Maybe they're living upstairs. Maybe that's where she's writing the essay. That could be. Climb through the window, maybe? Oh, alley's blocked off. Dang! What a shame. And no phone booth, Nico, no. Mick, thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate that. I hope I'll see you again soon, buddy. We can't go over here either. No, that's a block if I've ever seen one. She's not in the cafe having a latte. This is too narrow for us. Can we go up the hill? Maybe she's hiking in the mountains. Could that be? Yeah, no, we're not allowed to go here. Oh,
Too bad I can't just run away from all this.
Dang. Well, in that case, I'm out of ideas. I think I have literally looked everywhere. Unless there's another shop open that wasn't open before. Maybe like, I don't know, supermarket, off-license store, Haven Drugs, perhaps. Ball guy. Let's read your aura.
Yikes.
I'm glad I did that. That helped. That helped a lot. Dispensary analysis. We've talked to her already. Alley. Mural. Riley! Alright! Sweetie, how's it going?
If he's innocent, why is he acting like this?
Indeed, let's find out.
Maybe
Let's find out.
Alex. Hey.
Daisy, thanks for being here. Catch you later, buddy. She was like so hidden. Mac, Gabe, Eleanor, gotta run. In that order. Mac, Gabe, Eleanor, gotta run.
That fight Mac had with Gabe over your secret meetings.
Yes.
They were about you applying to college, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Ever since the first time Mac lost his shit in front of them, Gabe and Charlotte had tried to get me to end things with him.
I'm glad he
After all
didn't.
this, I can see that they were right.
It is so much more rewarding. It is so much more rewarding when you figure these things out yourself. Think Mac ignored Gabe's call, or think Mac's telling the truth? I don't think he would have ignored it. I just don't think so. I think he's a bit of a weirdo, but I don't think he would have ignored the call. I'm gonna go with B.
Do you think he's telling the truth about the call? That Gabe never made it?
No, I it's not that... Sorry. I'm really not ready to talk about it.
He's acting so weird.
Yeah, I get it. It's just... If he didn't do anything wrong, Why is he acting like he has something to hide?
Good question.
He asked me to leave Haven with him.
What?
Right after the wake. He wouldn't tell me why.
Is that good?
But he just looked so guilty.
Yes, he did he not?
I told him I had to think about it, but... Alex, I'm scared he did something horrible.
Riley, thank you for telling me.
Thank you for telling all of us.
You deserve the truth.
She's distraught. Muppet Prince, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Tell us more about Gabe.
I know you and Gabe were close. How are you doing?
I miss him so much. He was like an older brother to me.
Yeah, I know how that feels.
I'm glad he had you.
Thank you, Alex. Really.
Now, let's talk about Eleanor. More problems
You and
abound.
Eleanor seem close.
She's taken care of me ever since I was little.
Oh.
I never really knew my mom, but she's always been there for me.
What does she think about you going away to school?
She's thrilled. I think she just wants me to end up happy.
That is sweet. Will she be all right? Sometimes I'd like to ask both questions, really.
That's really sweet.
Because I don't think
She's
she
the
knows
most
about her
selfless person
condition.
I know.
I know having you work with her in the shop has meant the world.
Yeah. To both of us.
Can you imagine that drama? She leaves, then the other lady doesn't have the grandma, doesn't have anyone to look after the shop anymore. That's gonna be crazy. Okay, let's see what Mac has to say.
I gotta run. There's some stuff I need to do.
Mary Jane vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had a thought. This is something like,
We'll talk soon?
Yeah. Whenever you want.
a jumper like
Mac
this.
trying to skip town is sketchy as shit. I bet I could use that to stoke his fear.
A jumper like this, you wouldn't want to give that D-Force in DAZ Studio, because this is how jumpers would really fit in real life. So they're not always 100% lying flat on the character's skin. I mean, there's opportunities for that, but some clothing isn't meant to be like that. So if you wanted to have a jumper like that, you really have to model it slightly away from the figure, and that's problematic if you also want to add D-Force. I'm just thinking out loud, what could you do to get that gap in there and have D-Force at the same time? Food for thought. Very thin collision volume. It's a possibility. It's just, I just thought that. I just wouldn't give it D-Force. I just wouldn't do it. Okay, Mac. We got to talk.